Hey, Speedway here, and here I'm for this is not a review, but a amateur rambling. So no script, no plan, just me and my thoughts, rambling about a comic. And today's comic is IDW Sonic, Volume 1, titled Fallout. Not yeah, I don't think my camera can pick that up, but just to imagine it says Fallout. So anyway, I'm a huge Sonic fan. Going for back as to even being a big reader of the Archie Sonic comics, uh, even when they were had the continuity of Ken Penders and Carl Bolos, I believe his name was. And unfortunately, I was really sad to see those comics get canceled. However, I was happy that Sega decided to continue Sonic into comic books under IDW. So, started reading the idea of Sonic Comics since issue 1. This trade has the first 4 issues of the series. We are now already past issue 50 with a number of miniseries and other one-shots. And I have a lot to say about this because it has some good stuff, but also some stuff I question. And I guess before I mention anything else, let's just look into it. So I'll start with the first issue. And the thing is, this takes place in the video game continuity. We even have this flashback of several of the games: Sonic Adventure 1, Sonic Heroes, Sonic Unleashed, and Sonic Forces. This comic takes place after Sonic Forces, I think 6 months after that game concludes. And here we have just Sonic roaming around, sees a village under attacked, and then he fights some robots. And then he's fighting robots. And then he meets Tails, and he fights more robots. And then Tails, at the end, sets up the plot, saying that, the Eggman's army didn't do anything after Eggman disappeared, because Eggman's disappeared now. But now the robots are attacking again in organized fashion. And Sonic's like, I'm Sonic, better go figure that out. And then he just leaves. And before I go on, I want to say that that's pretty much summarizes everything that happens in the other issues. And by that, I'll just elaborate. That's second issue. Sonic goes to another village, where he meets Amy, and they talk, they chat, and they fight robots. And they fight robots. They fight more robots. They just fight robots. And then you got some good character dialogue. And Sonic leaves the next village, where he meets Knuckles, and instead of fighting robots, he still fights, but this time he fights 2 original characters, Rough and Tumble. That's probably a better picture to show. Who are people say they're like Bebop and Rocksteady from TMNT. Oh, fun fact. You notice these 2 characters here. These are actually fan characters of the artist, I believe. Which is a pretty fun cameo. And yeah, so Sonic and Knuckles fight the original characters, Rough and Tumble. They win, they save the day. Oh, here. And then here we have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All of these characters right here are the fan characters of the artist. I know this because back in my younger days, I would follow this artist on DeviantArt, where I would see her draw these characters often. So that's how I know. And then the 4th issue, Sonic, once again, village under attack. and he's gonna fight more robots. But this time, enter Blaze and Tangled, a new original character, this time an ally. And yeah, Tangled was fighting robots. Sonic comes in, they fight robots together. Fighting robots. Blaze comes in, they fight robots. And then fighting robots, they have some cool character interaction, and then Sonic leaves, and then we find that Eggman is gonna be back in the 5th issue, which is in the second trade, which I have the single issues, but not the second trade. So that's the whole story of this first volume. The plot is not very exciting because, as literally just what I showed is pretty much the entirety of the plot. Sonic just goes to a village in danger, fights robots, talks to the character, fight robots together, rinse and repeat for 4 issues, except for issue 3 where they fight original characters instead of robots. But still, it's basically just all action and character personality, which, if you're satisfied with that, then you're going to love this trade. But if you want something more, then this is going to disappoint you, I'd say. But this does get more, the plot lines do get better and more deeper as the series goes on. It's very simplistic for like the first, I think, 12 issues. And then from 13 and on, it gets more in-depth and complicated. But still more simplistic than the Archie comics. I guess you can compare it to more like a Saturday morning cartoon than something like deep and so complicated like Archie Sonic was. Yeah, that's a very quick rambling of just thoughts I had about this comic for ages on ages that I finally just said right now. Honestly, if you're despite me just ragging on the bare bones plots, this is still pretty good if you just want action, character personality. So it's worth reading. So if you're a Sonic fan, you should check it out. And I guess also, if you're a kid, this would probably be a good comic series to get into, because I know a lot of Marvel and DC comics have quite a lot of violence and probably more adult content you don't want kids getting into. So this is like a comic you can easily give to any kid, and it's safe. So yeah, I do recommend this. However, if you want something more deeper, then I guess just skip a couple of trades ahead into like later plot lines, since these first 4 issues and the like 13 issues more about introducing the game characters to the comic universe. So if you don't need that introduction, then you could skip it. However, they do introduce some original characters like Tangled up in Double One. So I think one other that comes later in those other 13 issues. But either way, it is what it is. Good art, good action, good in-character dialogue, bare bones plots, but it's serviceable for what it is. Not sure what else to say about it, but those are just some thoughts I had. Anyway, this is Speedway, signing out.